Welcome back, everyone! This is Jurinitis, bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 66, and today we are going to automate the wither killing, because we didn't get to do it last episode, and yeah. So, the first thing we're going to do when it comes to automating wither killing is we need a weapon. And along those lines, I have a couple of things set up here. I've got some stuff here to add modifiers to a weapon, and I've got some thaumium here to help build the weapon itself. And I'm also going to need some paper. I'm going to need more paper than that. Planned out all the stuff except for paper. That should be more than enough. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and build ourselves a cleaver. The cleaver is from Tinker's Construct, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get 2 thaumium tough tool rods. And then we're going to make a thaumium large blade, because we're going to make the cleaver, and the cleaver is the strongest weapon you can get, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do that. The third piece, or the last piece, is going to be the large plate pattern, and we're going to use paper to make that. Okay, and there's actually a very good reason for this, and I'll actually, I could show you, but I'll just explain it instead. When you're building a cleaver, okay, you want to have the most damage output. Cleavers are very strong by themselves to begin with, okay? But when you build them out of thaumium and paper, you get extra modifiers for having them made of thaumium and paper, okay? The way it works is that, so when I build this, I should have 6 modifiers. Yep, modifiers remaining 6, okay? Paper gives you 1 extra modifier per piece, right? This would normally have 3 modifiers out of the door. Now, if I were to build the whole thing out of paper, I would have 7 modifiers, but it would be so flimsy that it would break almost instantly. I mean, it's actually kind of horrifying how easily it breaks. Okay, but I would have an extra modifier. Not as big a thing. But 6 modifiers, basically the way it works is thaumium, if you put 1 piece of thaumium, you get 1 extra modifier. 2 pieces of thaumium doesn't get you anything. 3 pieces gets you 2 modifiers. Okay, so if I were to, yeah, let's just for the fun of it, I'll show this is, I can do this real quick. Now you would think that by adding the paper I'm going to get that modifier back anyway. And I do. But that's because we have 3, 4, 5, and then 6 from one of these. Okay, so if I were to take this away and say make the, actually we just do this real quick. Switch this to that. This will actually get me the 7th modifier. See, modifier is 7, but the durability is 134. It's just so laughably bad. It's just blah. But the attack is still the same, which is kind of funny because paper having the same attack as thaumium is actually pretty funny. But that does get me 7 modifiers, but the durability is so low that there's just no point. I would use that modifier to give it more durability or to make it electric or something like that. So this is actually the better way to do it. Yeah, see the durability to 219 to 1572. Now actually that's a good question. I wonder. Yeah, see 967 is dropping rapidly. Let's see, just one for the fun of it. Ah, of course I don't have enough paper. Yeah, see 362, but we still have 7 modifiers and 4 hearts, but durability is so low that it's just so horribly bad. Yeah, I'm tempted to just leave it that way anyway. I really am. If only because of the fact that the durability isn't going to be that big a difference, and I can always repair it. That extra modifier is awful tempting. Because then I could have 10 modifiers by adding these 3 to it. and that will make it for a very strong blade. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter, so we're just going to go ahead and do it as I had originally intended. 6 modifiers with 1500 durability, and this is going to be, let's see, we're going to name this, what? We're going to name this Wither's Demise. Demise? I think I'm spelling that wrong. I think it's Z. No, that doesn't look right either. What others? Wither's Demise. Alright, so cool. And I earned achievements? Create your first weapon. Craft your first tier 2 tool. Okay, well, those got added or reset or something. Either way, no big deal. So we can go ahead and toss this stuff aside. Now we're going to go ahead and add some modifiers to this by doing that. Thank you. Now we're up to 7, 8, and 9. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and add quartz to this. All of it is going to be quartz. And that's going to take quite a bit. So give me a minute to add quartz to all this, and then we're going to go ahead and put this into use and write a program and start killing the Wither. So give me just a second. Alright, got that one done. We now have 23.5 hearts of damage on this thing. And we're going to go ahead and come over here, and we're going to add this to the blacklist of things not to be pulled out. And I also made sure that I ignored metadata and MBT data, because otherwise once it gets damaged a little bit, it'll get pulled out of there. So we can now put this back in here, and we should see it not go anywhere. Hooray! Alright, cool. So since we have that done, we can go ahead and cover this back up. Although I think my grass block got sucked up by the hopper hawk. So I need to go get that back. I'll do it in a minute. Yeah, because that just looks weird. I need to get my grass block back. Anyway, so yeah, I'll fix that here in just a second. Alright, so we need to go ahead and pick up the drone that we have out already. And the reason for that is that we need to alter his program slightly. And I'll show you why here in just a minute. But for the moment, let's go ahead and put him right there. Oh, I forgot to make the second drone. I need the other drone. I need a drone that's going to do all the killing. So let's see. Here, make me a drone. Sweet. It's quick and easy. And you know what? As long as I'm here... Right, that's painted glowstone. There we go. Alright, cool. So we're going to go ahead and write the... I swear to God, I'm getting new doors. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and write the new program. And yeah, I'll have to... There. And there. Sweet. You might also notice that I put conduit facades here. The conduit is there, but they've made it now so that if you use glass, it actually is invisible. It doesn't show anything on the inside. And I really think that looks actually pretty cool. So, awesome. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and write this program real quick. And we're going to have to do this a little bit differently, I think. First off, we don't need this program. We can come back to it in a minute. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this drone in. This drone has no program in it. Ooh, it also has no pressure. I need to fix that too. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and go with a start. And we need to zoom in. Alrighty, and we're going to go ahead and get a redstone conditional. Because we don't want this guy to run unless he receives a redstone signal. Oops, there it was. Condition redstone. Excellent. Alright, and we're also going to need a standby when we're done. And we're going to need a area, a couple of texts, an item filter, an attack, Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're going to have a start redstone conditional. The redstone conditional will be in an area. I haven't determined exactly where that area is going to be yet, so we'll do that here in just a second. And then, of course, if no redstone signal, do nothing. We're going to have him attack in an area, and he's going to whitelist, and we're going to right-click here, and we're going to give it a wither. Okay, so that means he will only attack a wither. Make sure you do that, because otherwise he'll attack anything in the area that you give him, and that can be potentially disastrous. Alright, then let's see. After he attacks in that area, we're going to have him... see, it should be once he kills the wither. Then we're going to have him... where is the right-click button at? No, those are all conditionals. Drop items, pick up items, right-click block. Then we're going to have him right-click a block in an area. And then we're going to have him go to a location. And then go standby. Alright, so this is the basic program we're going to use. So let's go ahead and input a couple of these things. Alright, first off, we want to make sure that he kills anything inside. Actually, let's, well, yeah. Let me grab a block or two. Alright, so from that corner to that corner, click that one, and click this one. So, anything inside this area will be his to kill. So let's go ahead and program this in. Entity attack, the wither, and the area will be this one by this one. And we're going to do a show area so we can go in here and see that anything inside any of these blocks will be killed as long as it's named wither. Okay, so now we can go back to here and stop showing area. Alright, so now he will attack anything in that area that is called the wither. Okay, once he kills anything in that area, I think he should kill it before moving on. I'll have to test this, and like I said, always test your programs. Then we're going to have him go to a place and right-click a block. Okay, now this is where things are going to get interesting. Now, what we have to do is we have to keep track very carefully of certain things. First off, we're going to need 2 timers, okay, which I have right here. The first timer we're going to place right here, okay, and I'm going to need a lever, which I'm going to steal from right here. Now, on the timer, IO, in and out. Okay, so if we do this, that stops the timer from running, right? And when we turn it off, the timer then runs and does its thing, right? Okay, so that being the case, I'm going to have... Actually, that's a good question. That'll require some testing. We'll get to that here in just a second. Okay, so we're going to have the drone, this drone is going to right-click this, okay, and it's that one right there. And I'll show you why here in just a second, but he's going to go over here, and he's going to right-click that switch, okay? Now, that switch is going to be on normally, right? And then we'll have to adjust this timer as necessary. Alright, so he's going to then go over here, he's going to kill anything in there, then he's going to right-click this switch. Then I'm going to have him go to an area, which is going to be this area right here. And then he's going to go standby, which is going to work very nicely because then he'll be on that charging pad, just like the other drone. So this area is going to be this and this. Alright. So now, in theory, this program is actually done and ready to roll. Oh, whoops, except for that. I kind of forgot about that. Let's see. Let's pull this down. We need to import from inventory. I was forgetting to give him his sword. Kind of silly, isn't it? This area with this. I was like, why do I have an item filter block here? Because you need one. Alright, so item filter, search inventory, this. Alright, and then the area is going to be that chest right there. There. Now, I believe it's done. Cool. So let's export this to the drone. The drone is now ready to go. Oh, nope. The drone is not ready to go because I forgot to give him an area for the redstone requirement. That area, I think, is going to be right here. So, see, I'm not sure exactly how the timer block is going to do that. Will it count as this block? Do I need a block there? Let's just do this for the sake of fun and see if it works. And now we export to the drone. And we should be able to go ahead and put the drone in the world. And he's going to do nothing. Oh, because he has no charge. Dadgummit. Hang on, let me charge him up. Alright, got him charged up. So now, hopefully this is going to work. I set the timer to 10 seconds. I placed him in the world. With this switch off, the timer will run. In 10 seconds, it will tick. And when it ticks, it should put a redstone signal to this. And that should start the drone going. And it did. Sweetness itself. Nice! Okay, so basically what he did was he went ahead over here, he imported the blade, and then he went to go kill the wither, but there's no wither. So he's like, well, everything's dead in that area, so I'm going to come over here. He turned his timer back off, and then he went over here and went idle, which is exactly what he was supposed to do. That's perfect. Okay, so I love that. I love it when things work the way they're supposed to. Alright, so real quick, what we're going to do is, since he's going to be fighting the Wither, we're going to go ahead and put him in here. And we're going to go ahead and give him 10 speed upgrades to make him 200% faster. And we're going to give him 5 item life upgrades. I think 5 is the maximum. Drone will be able to auto repair, regen health over time. Okay, 6 upgrades. Well, if he dies, then I'll have to get another upgrade in there. But that's cool. So he's going to automatically regen, and he's going to move a lot faster. So that's awesome. And I don't really think, yeah, volume and security. Oh, immune to liquids. Yeah, but I don't care about that. That's irrelevant. All right, so cool. So now the drone has this stuff in him, and it shows that he is at maximum charge, so we can take him out. And now this drone is ready to go. So we can go ahead, place him in the world, and he should be good to roll. Now let's go ahead and put the sword back in here. And then that should be fine. Now, the really fun part about this is, now, the reason the timer is necessary is because if I were to spawn a wither without that timer, he would immediately run in there to kill the wither. And as the wither is spawning, he's immune. But when he explodes, the initial explosion would destroy the drone instantly, just kill him. They can't survive it. So I need a way so that once this is started, it has a way to force him to wait until the wither's fully spawned before he goes to kill the wither, right? Okay, and this is where this drone is going to come in. We're going to alter this drone's program. Okay, first off, you go away. I don't need you for the moment. And we're going to import the program from this drone. Alright, so as we've seen already, this drone is going to go ahead, check for everything, grab everything, spawn the wither, okay? Here's where he spawns the wither, right? And then we have him going over there and going to standby. So we're going to change this slightly, and we're going to have him right-click a block. Okay? And the right clicking that he is going to do is going to be of this lever. Okay? And this is so cool. I really like the fact that I can do this. Okay, and we're going to need to give it an area. And he's going to right click this lever. Okay, and that is actually going to be the final touch to his program. After he right clicks that lever, then he's going to go over and shut down. So, oh really? I'm out of creeper plant seeds? Ugh. I need creeper plant puzzle pieces. And that's this one, yes. I made extras so that wouldn't happen, but what can you do? There we go, and program. Sweet. Alright, so now the only thing that I have to do is do a couple of other small changes, and then this will all be ready to run. And then we're going to give it a good old test run. Here, you hover right there for now. Alright, so here's the deal. I don't want to have to manually tell this guy to go kill the wither to spawn it, okay? I want it to be so that if there are items ready to spawn, he will look at it every so often and do so, alright? So I changed, by the way, the block that he is looking for a redstone signal from is now this corner block right here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the second timer down here. I don't like the idea of it being seen. So we're going to do, yeah, right like this. Okay, that needs to be rotated. Wait, do I have the... I think I have a screwdriver. I do have a screwdriver. It's over in the tool area. There it is. Nice. Alright, so the redstone signal output is now there. Alright, so now I need one more thing, and this build will be complete. I need to be able to get through my own door. Oh my god, that is starting to irritate me so badly. Okay, I need some conduit. Let's see. One piece is all I need. And we are going to also need... Yep, one more grass facade conduit piece. Sweet. Alright, so this is going to be so cool. I love this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this here. And with the Yeta wrench, we are going to... Okay, first things first. I want you to actually set... How long do you think it's going to take for the wither to get killed? 2 minutes? 120 seconds? You know, let's go with 4 minutes. We'll go with 240 seconds. Oops. Went way past it. Okay, so every 4 minutes, this is going to tick. And when it does, it's going to attempt... Sweet. And you. Nice. In, out, strong signal. So when this ticks, it's going to attempt to send this drone over to spawn a wither, assuming there's stuff in here. Now, it wouldn't be necessary, except for the idea that I might actually have more than one wither's worth of stuff in this chest. Okay, and we don't want, if he just spawned a wither, we don't want him to come back and immediately try to spawn another wither, because the wither will be in there. He'll be in the way of placing the blocks, and if he gets in there at the wrong time, the explosion will kill him. So he needs to wait until the wither in there is dead, right? So we're going to say that every 4 minutes, this is going to tick, and this is cool because I'm actually going to let that run. And then he's going to go in there, spawn the wither. Then he's going to come out here, and he's going to flip this switch. Okay, this switch is going to start this timer, and when this timer ticks, this guy will then go in and kill the wither. So we need to make sure that this waits long enough for the wither to actually be dead, or not be dead, to be spawned. So I'm going to say it's going to take less than 30 seconds, but we're going to set this time interval to 30 seconds, and that should be all we need. So now comes the practical test. Oh yeah, and to make this look nice. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, so now, while we're waiting, since this thing probably has about another 2 minutes or so, I am going to order 2 nether stars, just for the sake of seeing this actually work. So now, there should be 2 nether stars worth of stuff in this chest. Along with the sword, of course. And there is. So sweet. So that means, here in just a minute, which actually I'm going to go ahead and I'll cover this back up when I don't have to see it. Isn't the tension great? So this is the final practical test of this. Because if this actually functions correctly, then I can effectively tell the system to keep nether stars in its inventory, and it will do it for me. And then I can use all the nether stars for all the things, anytime, all the time. It's amazing how long 4 minutes can be. But the fact that this 4 minutes is this long gives me confidence that the wither will be dead before it ticks again. And I may actually turn it down depending on how much extra time there is. Any second now. And tick. It ticked, and off he goes. Alright. He placed the soul sand. He grabs the wither skeleton skulls. Wither is now spawning. And he flips the switch. Okay, wow. I totally do not need that much time to wait on this timer. I can cut it at least in half. So let's see. Yeah, let's cut it down. 15 seconds is probably more than I need. But now let's make sure that this guy's actually going to get in here and do the job and get it done. Uh-oh. Hey, why didn't you do your job? The redstone ticked. Why didn't you do? Huh. Okay. You are not functioning correctly. Let me take these out of here. Let me check the program and see what's up. Alright, that takes care of this. I changed things up just a little bit. I decided to use redstone lamps to monitor when the signals were coming and going. That way I can see it without having to actually dig things up. I decided to put things underground so I wouldn't have to see them as much. And here in just a second, you'll see this one come on. Alright, now you see it stays on. It's staying on, staying on, staying on, and then goes off. Okay, basically we've got the timer set. I have it set for every 30 seconds now. I'm going to change that. But every 30 seconds it's going to pulse over here. This is called a state cell, okay? When it gets a redstone signal in here, it then turns a redstone signal on over here, okay? And then if we right-click this, it can set the interval, basically how long does that redstone signal stay on. I've got it set for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then it turns back out. So this is going to keep a redstone signal there for the drone to see more frequently. Okay, a state cell is actually very complicated to make. It requires several steps. requires all this other stuff that we've already used before, but then it requires the silicone chip, which is the infused silicon over circuit plates. Infused silicon is a cooked red silicon compound. Red silicon compound is silicon surrounded by redstone. Silicon is a silicone buell cut by a diamond saw, and yes, it has to be a diamond saw. And the silicone buell is sandy coal smelted, and sandy coal is coal surrounded by sand. So yeah, that was a lot of steps to make, and since we're already running over on the episode, I figured I'd make it off camera. So now, all I need to do is fix this. We're going to, no, not minus. We're going to change this to 180 seconds, 3 minutes. And every 3 minutes, this is going to pulse. Alright, so now, let's see. Craft me 2 nether stars. Start. Alright, so now when that pulses, it's going to set things in motion. Alright. And we've got a minute or two. Hang on. It's actually quite amazing how long 3 minutes is when you're sitting here staring at the clock. Because it's like, I could kill the Wither this fast. There's no way I need this to be 3 whole minutes. But better safe and all that. Now let's see how far it actually gets along, because it's about to tick. And it's alive. It checked. Cool. It saw that there was ingredients there. It picked up the ingredients. It placed the soul sand. Here it comes. It grabbed the skulls. Placed them. Here comes the Wither. Now you're going to come over here. Flip this switch. Oh, good boy. Now go sit down. Okay. Wither spawns. Oh, wow. That still only was halfway. So the amount of time that it takes to get over there to over here. Okay, so I can reduce this time considerably. Awesome. It says, I'm alive. Let's go kill the Wither. Wither is dead. Come back out. Flip your switch. Go sit down. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so yeah, this thing didn't even make it halfway. So let's reduce this. I don't think we even need a full 2 minutes. Let's give it 90 seconds. And this, we're going to reduce this timer. Yeah, about half. Let's just do 8 seconds. So now, oh, here we go again. Because I requested 2, remember? Drone comes up, on his way over, grabs the stuff. I can hear him placing the soul sand. Comes back, grabs the skulls. Places the skulls, there's the Wither. Come over, flip the switch, and go sit down. Alrighty. Boom. Click. That's pretty close. I think I'll leave it at that kind of timing right there. That's pretty nice. The Wither says, no, what the? No, stop it. No, ah! Wither is dead. Drone comes over, flips his switch, and sits down. Wait, what? Why is the timer going? Stop that. That was weird. Not really relevant. He'll just keep going back and forth there. So, alright, so sweet. This is now a complete build. We now have automated Wither killing. I am happy. This is a good thing. Although, that was kind of strange. I'll worry about it if I have to worry about it. This is basically a complete build. So what we're going to do is, now that we have this set up here, I'm going to go over here. Alrighty, so note to the wise. Here I'm going to do the paste bin for the spawning of the Wither. This is perfectly fine to do. We're going to upload this to paste bin. There is your link, okay? I am going to do a copy of that, and I will hopefully post it in the comments, not in the comments, but in the listings for this video, okay? That being said, let's drag this one off, okay? There's something wrong, and I'm going to contact Mind Martin about this and ask him. When we have this program, something about this program is causing a problem. If I, right now, were to click this button right here, everything crashes. It does a client crash, closes everything. And I don't really know why, but I'm not going to take a chance of it being an issue. So, for those of you who are watching this episode, you just have to rewatch this episode and build it from there. The other one, you can go through Pastebin and get it there. But other than that, this is a complete build. In between episodes, I am going to clean this up, and it will look all pretty. All you'll see is the glass and the lamps. And otherwise, everything is completely and totally functional. Let's put this back in there. And we are good to go. So we should be able to just place these drones in the world. And then when their time is ready, they will do their thing. So until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 66 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what I get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming!